Alright, we are ready for the next section of my statue displays. In this series I'm going to cover mostly my McFarlane statues. These figures are really nice, and I try to make them as themes. So as I go over each section, I'll just explain some of the statues or figures that I actually remember who they are. If I don't, I'll just show it to you. So anyway, let's start, and I hope you like the video. Let's keep going. Alright, first we're going to start with Neo from the Matrix. Now these figures are actually what got me into collecting. I was in high school, I want to say, when these started coming out, or college. But these are really nice, little detailed. I think they're like 6 or 7 inches. And this is from the Matrix Part 3. Alright, next we got the twins. The twins are one of my favorite characters in the Matrix series. They're just badass. I really like them. And Part 2 actually is my favorite of the Matrix series. Even though it's gotten a lot of slack and people just don't like Part 2, I love Part 2. So anyway, so that's the twins. And I'm going to zoom in here, see if we can get any closer detail. Alright. Next we got Clown from Spawn. This one right here in particular is fantastic. I mean, McFarlane, he's where I started out collecting, and for the price you pay and for the detail you get, I mean, he can't do wrong. I collected so much more of this stuff, but these are the ones I decided to keep. As you can see as I zoom in here, I mean, just look at the detail in there. It's quite ridiculous. Even the, let me focus here. Even the face here, I mean, you know, for a figure that's only, what, 10 bucks maybe? You get a lot of detail, a lot of texture. Just a fun figure. That's Clown. Next we have Spawn. Now this version is Bat Spawn, but there were so many different versions. I mean, you know, they had Angel Spawn, they had all types of different spawns. And this one survived being in storage for a long time. I used to keep these in the plastic or the actual packaging, and until I got my house here and decided, you know what, I have a house, I'm going to start displaying these. They stood in there, and when I built all these cabinets out, I was like, you know what, it's time to take them out, time to show them and showcase them. So alright, and I might be out of breath because I'm still kind of sick, but I want to give you guys these videos here showing off my my collection. So here's Trinity from the Matrix, another great McFarlane figure. They were climbing over the walls, the infamous battle in Matrix Part 1. There's Neo, little bullet holes on the wall. For all these years, they're actually doing pretty well. They're not bending too bad, but there's my Neo and Trinity. Alright, so that's the top display here. Now we're going to go below, and below here, this is my movies collection. So everything here, some of them are tied to movies. Some of them I just found space because there was no other space to put them. So let's start here with Angel Spawn. Now this is a pretty cool statue. I actually have the 12-inch version of this one, and this is the 6-inch. Really cool detailed figure from Todd McFarlane. Alright, next, I forget her name, but I really love this figure because of her pose and her base. So forgive me for not remembering who she is, but I really like this figure and love the face. Alright, next is Terminator Stuff. So here we have, forget her name, but she was one of the Terminators. And this was a really cool pose and figure. And in the background you actually can see her as a full-out Terminator there, or skeleton, whatever you want to call it. And that's actually a crash site from the helicopter. And there's Arnold. See if I can zoom in. So you can see the level of detail for these little tiny, figures that are only 6-7 inches. I mean, it's pretty nice. See his legs all torn up. Pretty nice. And the helicopter actually flashes, which is really nice. But I can't reach back there right now because it's pretty much set in its place. So I'm not gonna try to turn on the light. All right, next one is Alien versus Predator. Now this one was a little fun little diorama. These are actually two separate figures that I just decided to put them together. And let's zoom in here. Let's start with the Predator. See if I can get in there. There you go. Again, these are all McFarlane. And I put some heads that I had lying around from some other figures. I think that one's a Neo from the Matrix. And kind of, set it up to make it look like, they're like kind of jumping at him or away from him. There's an alien. And again, these are older figures, so it was hard to keep some of them standing up straight. But that's my Alien and Predator little diorama thing. Alright, next. Next here is Lord of Darkness from Legend, one of my favorite movies. I have a bust of his face. It's half scale. And this is the 6-inch figure. So there you can see him holding the unicorn horn there. And then you can kind of see the detail on his face. His massive horns, which are fantastic. His sword. And this one actually came in one of those old school fish tanks, which was kind of cool. And there's the shield from the movie. So yeah, this is my first display of Matrix and movie collection stuff. And we're going to go on to the next one.